Welcome everybody to our match of the Hanover Horde Silver team taking on the Magic from Franklin, Tennessee. So we should have a good match today. We do have some kids playing remotely, trying to keep as many kids separated as we can, just to make sure we maintain as much social distance with as many COVID cases as we have going on. So this is the final point. The first map we're going to be playing today is Blizzard World. This is the third point. This is where they need to get to. In these series of maps, we are playing hybrid, meaning that the teams need to secure a payload and then transport the payload to 2 other points in order to try to get 3 points for the map. This is where they're going to try to secure the first payload, and this is where the teams are going to launch from. Right down here. Here's where they're going to spawn from. So if you're rooting for the Hanover Horde Silver team, then you will be rooting for the blue team in this map, and the Franklin Magic will be the red team. For the Hanover Horde Silver team, looks like we got a McCree, a Bastion, a Diva, a Baptiste, a Reinhardt, and a Lucio. And here they come. Let's see how the Horde team decides to set up on this map. So it looks like we're setting up here by this choke point. So we're setting up right by the payload. Let's see how we hold them back on this. We do have our Bastion up here behind a Reinhardt shield, so pretty good technique. We got our Diva pushing forward. Got our Lucio out here. Our Diva does get taken out. Let's see if she can back up, make it back in time behind the shield. So they're doing a nice job holding them off initially. So they are making a good push. Bastion is set up. Our Reinhardt is going for the smash. Let's see if he's able to do it. Unfortunately, he's really far out there. Let's see if he can battle his way back and take some people out. The Reinhardt is taken out. I'm sorry, the Bastion is taken out a couple of the Franklin players, but the Orisa does take out our Reinhardt. He pushed too far forward, so something definitely we've got to be cognizant of. So let's see from the point of view of the Bastion here. So Bastion's doing a good job holding him back here, but he is taking some shots. So we need to definitely get him some heals, get our heals back here, or to heal him up. Looks like he is getting healed up, so good job there, guys. Good job by the Hanover Heroes healing their team. But the Bastion does ultimately take it out Sigma with a couple good strikes in there to push their way in, but our Reinhardt has a shield forward. Pushing forward, they do make their way to the left flank of the point. But we are pushing back that Junkrat. Looks like we might be able to take him out, and we do. So good job there, even though the Sigma is pushing in here. See if the Reinhardt goes over and is able to take him out. If they're able to take him out, that's a good move. But unfortunately, he's able to put up his ultimate, smash 2 of our players down and take them out. Takes out our Reinhardt and our Baptiste. So good move by the Sigma. But it gives our other players time to get back and into position, including our Diva. So we got a good Diva-Orisa battle going on right there. But the Diva does go down. See if Baby Diva can do it, and they're not able to. So it looks like the Magic are probably going to secure this point unless one of the Horde members is able to get back here in time. See, it looks like we do have a Reinhardt charging in just in time, but he dies just as he gets to the point, allowing them to secure the payload. So they did get the first point of the map, but the heroes did a pretty good job fighting back. Let's see how the Horde plans to set up their defenses. Alright, so we got a Lucio back here, setting up on the edge. It looks like the rest of the team's going to set up back here, take the high ground maybe. So here comes the payload. Get that Lucio out front. He's not going to do a whole lot of good out there out front. He needs to be there with the rest of his team. Again, this is a great team sport. Looks like the team's going to try to flank them from the backside. See if they're able to successfully do that. Good charge by the Reinhardt. Gets in the fight. A couple quick eliminations between Agent Tech and the Bastion. Do a good job and take out their Orisa. So really a good job by the heroes. They gave up the point. But they were able to quickly fight back, take the point back, set the Bastion up on top of the payload, which makes it really hard to take the payload back when that Bastion is up there and it's being shielded by that Reinhardt. So good job, good teamwork by the heroes. Franklin always fields really good teams, so they're doing a good job fighting back against what will surely be a tough fought match today. So they do take out our shield and they take out our Bastion. We do not have a Mercy during this. And then Junkrat Tire comes in from behind, takes out a couple of the Horde members, and the Franklin Magic are back on the payload pushing it. So let's see if the heroes can mount another good attack, another good strategic move. They got our Bastion setting back here, so let's see if we can get him shielded before he gets taken out. Unfortunately, again, if he doesn't have that support, it's really hard. So a nice job by got the Diva there, got taken out. So we are taking the fight to him. We're exchanging some eliminations here on both teams. But they, just like we did, they have the Bastion set up on that payload that makes it tough. And quickly that Bastion takes down 3-4 of the Hanover Horde players. So it makes it really tough. So they did move. They did get to the second point. 3 minutes remaining. So 3 minutes remaining on the clock. This Magic team is a good team. Definitely putting up a good fight, but the Horde at the same time is doing a good job as well. Looks like we had somebody up there in the fight. Looks like we had Agent Tech with McCree, but he needs to be. We really need a tank in there with to distract and take away. We just can't have a DPS jumping in there like that without the support of a good tank or a good support person. All right, so again, the Bastion quickly taken out here. So the Franklin Magic are making a good push, but we're coming up on a really good checkpoint. If we can stop them, or choke point, if we can stop them here at this this kind of tight area, it really makes it tough for them to come back on. But the team's having a tough time getting together, and the Franklin Magic are making a really quick push of this. So we really need to do our best and not throw onesie-twosies, which is what's happening now at the Franklin Magic. So again, we had a Lucio come in by himself. That's never going to work. Every day of the week, he's going to get taken out. And the Franklin Magic are going to get 3 points on their first push in a pretty quick time. So that's going to be a tough push to beat. So the Hanover Heroes will get their time, or Hanover Horde Silver team will get their chance to push this payload. They need to stay together and really work as a team. They did a good job at the beginning, initially holding them back from getting the point, but once they got the point, Franklin moved the payload pretty easily and quickly against them. So resorted in a lot of cases to onesie-twosie attacks and a lot of DPS going into attack without tank or support behind them. So definitely a lot of good lessons learned. Most of these gamers are still fairly new, still learning the game, and that's all part of this, is learning through mistakes, learning through learning by being resilient and coming back and working as a team. So it looks like we've got a little bit different makeup. The Hanover Horde Silver team is running a Hanzo this time, a Bastion, and an Ana. So they've added a Hanzo and an Ana to the mix. And the Franklin Magic, they're looks to be running the same makeup as they had last time. So. All right, so let's see how the heroes or the Horde comes out here.
Attackers incoming.
All right, looks like they're going to go up the right side. They've got a double shield set up at a Bastion, so we got to be cognizant of that. We just can't go straight in on that. We need to take the flank, and it looks like we might be trying to take the flank here. So, smart move by the Horde, seeing that double shield and that Bastion with that Mercy behind them. That's a tough combination. So we get in behind them. Nice move by Josiah there with the Reinhardt attack. Gets in behind him, takes out that Reinhardt. Really good quality, but they were able to resuscitate, revive that Bastion with the Mercy. It just shows how powerful that Mercy is on a team. So we got our Hanzo back here. Hanzo against Bastion. Hanzo does take him out, see if he's able to take out the Mercy before she can revive him. But again, it's a Hanzo and a Rissa, and that's not going to work. And it looks like they've stopped the initial assault. So even though the Horde did a good job with that initial assault, they were pushed back. They did a good job flanking the enemy, so excellent job there. Really proud of them for that maneuver. That was awesome with the Reinhardt pushing in with his charge. Really surprised them on that backside flank. So here comes the Horde coming in. So they've got the Bastion set up in the right corner. They got the Mercy supporting that Bastion. And And Horde's push, again, eliminations across the board pretty much go in the way of the Magic. So good job by the Franklin Magic, really doing a good job taking it to the Horde on that assault. So they'll have to get back together again. Let's make sure they're still pushing together. Looks like we have Reinhardt going off to the side here and the rest of the team coming up the middle flank. So we'll see how this strategy pays off. So you see them coming in here. Looks like both teams are a little bit fragmented. So this would be a good opportunity for the Horde. Agent Tech with a nice elimination against Franklin there. But unable to move too much. But all it takes is a good couple good ultimates in here to make a difference. So looks like we're moving our Bastion into position. See if he's able to set up in a good location. But Franklin's doing a really good job playing defense here, so it's making it tough on us. So again, we need some support for this Bastion. He's kind of out there on his own. He's not going to last real long, so he understands that. He's seeking cover. He's seeking a good place, but looks like they're going to start coming after him with that Junkrat. So good Junkrat play to kind of drive him out, and then they're going to follow up on the backside with the Orisa and eliminate the Hanover Horde Bastion. So good job, Franklin Magic again, doing a good job. The Horde needs to get to that payload, secure that payload in the next minute, or else they're not going to be able to win this map. So let's see how this plays out. Again, Diva comes in there alone. She can't come in there alone. She needs to get in there with her teammates, and they need to start really working together, working as a team. Probably one more good push from the Horde to try to get in there. Here comes the Reinhardt coming in with the rest of the team behind him under that shield. Looks like he's got opportunity on the backside, and he kind of sneaks away. He could have worked his way onto that point and maybe took out. But again, a couple eliminations. Ana, Lucio, Bastion taken out by their Sigma. So really, this Magic team's looking really impressive in this first map. Really making it hard on the Horde. And with just 10 seconds left, it doesn't look unless they can sneak to the point really quickly. Let's see, we got a Lucio running to the point. They know they have to get there. But yeah, he's not going to be able to do it. Nobody else is going to be able to get there. And it looks like overtime's going to expire. So the Hanover Horde Silver team falls to the Magic Franklin in the first map. So we'll go ahead and credit them a point for that. Good job to the Franklin Magic there. Really dominant performance. And here's their Bastion. I know at one point their Bastion took out 4 of our players. Let's see if that's this one. So took out our Reinhardt. There's 2 eliminations there, 3 eliminations there. So you can just see how deadly he is once he gets on top of that payload. Now how hard he is to remove there, especially if he's being supported really well.
So it's done.
All right, so good fought battle. Definitely proud of the boys. They put up a good fight there against the Magic, but the Magic come away with the first map win. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back here in a minute, and we'll get to our next map. We'll be right back. Hello everybody, my name is Josh, and I want to introduce you to 2 clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house, and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30, and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30. And they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. They'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center. All right, we are back. We'll be back in just another 30 seconds. Just need to swap a couple more things over, and then we'll be ready for the map after this short break.
Dude, I got all the kills that hurt.
I got the mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
I don't have the
I need heals. Group up on the point.
Alright, nice job, guys.
They only got 6 seconds.
As long as I can.
Damn,
I need 6.
Nice! Go! Is that us?
Nice. Good game.
All right, and we are back. We're moving on to our second map. That was Blizzard World. We're moving on to Eichenwald. So it looks like we're ready to go. And I'll tell them to let's go ahead and kick this off. So hopefully the Hanover Horde Silver team can get some retribution here. That was a pretty sound defeat, but I got confidence in them that they'll be able to get in there and make some challenges to the Franklin Magic this time around. So playing in this game, we've got Beast Mode 84. His name is Cameron. El Guapo, that's Josiah. Agent Tech is Ethan. We got Melomaniac, that's Jackson. Ash Plays Over is Declan. And Little Fire is Aiden. So that's the team we got lined up. That is our Hanover Horde Silver team. Really good quality team. Bunch of good young players there. So let's work our way back this map here and see where the team's coming out. Here you see the payload. So in this time, Franklin will be coming out to push the payload first, and the Hanover Horde Silver team will be coming out to defend. So let's see where the Horde team decides to defend. Again, if you're rooting for the Horde team, this time we are red, and the Franklin Magic is blue. So if you're rooting for the Horde, look at the blue team. I'm sorry, the red team. So, or maybe I had that backwards. So this time we will be pushing first, and the Franklin team will be defending. So the Hanover Horde will be coming out here to attack, which means they're going to be trying to capture the payload, and they'll be trying to escort the payload. Right, here you see the Franklin Magic coming to defend. Good strike by Josiah there. Really good job. Coming in for the side again, they have that Bastion set up. Bastion set up on the high ground, shielded up there. That's going to make it tough. We worked ourselves into this little chamber. We had a Sigma on Sigma battle, which the Hanover Sigma is eliminated. So this is something that the Hanover team's going to have to deal with. Is they've got the Orisa shield up here, the Mercy behind the Bastion, right over top of the payload. So that's going to make it tough for the Hanover Horde team. They're really going to have to get up there. Almost makes me wonder if they need a Reaper to be able to transport up there. Sigma is a good character and can send those boulders up, potentially take that out, but the Franklin Magic team's just really putting up a good fight, and they've really got a good strategic advantage by setting up here. So it makes it tough. So we'll watch it from this angle for a little bit. So we did manage to get somebody up there. They did manage to get a Doomfist up there, but unfortunately it was quickly taken out by the Franklin Magic. Alright, so it looks like we've switched a couple things up. Looks like we've got a Wrecking Ball this time, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Alright, again, the Horde's hasn't been able to push too successfully past these initial lines of defenses. They've pulled their Orisa down here. See if they're going to try the left flank this time. Looks like they're going to try to come in the left flank. like he's getting his heals right here. So we did switch to a Mercy, so I think that's a good move. Now we're setting up our Bastion. We got him shielded. It's a good play. Now we can play Bastion on Bastion. And looks like we did take him out. So nice play by the Horde. I'm really proud of them on that move. That was a good, but then they send in a Junkrat tire and takes out our Bastion and the Hanover Horde Orisa. So it's a nice Junkrat play by the Franklin Magic. The Horde did a good job setting that up. They took some time. They did a real deliberate setup on trying to take that position and weren't too far off from making that happen. So smart move, boys. Way to get together. I'd love to see that teamwork. So we got another good push ahead of us here. Let's see see if we try a similar function. It doesn't look like we're going to let them get, doesn't look like the Franklin Magic are going to let them get set up as well as they did last time. And then a Sigma ultimate smashes our Reinhardt to the ground there. He's going to have to retreat and get some heals, but we got the Mercy there for him. So that Sigma pushed out a little too far. See if we can take advantage of it and take him out. But the Franklin Magic keep pushing more towards our spawn. This is a good opportunity to try to flank them. We do have that Bastion setup. Does take out 2 of them, so they got a little greedy, and we managed to take them out. Which gives us a little bit of a numbers advantage, plus it's closer to our spawn. So if we can take advantage of that and get to the point, we might be able to make some movement now. But the Bastion does get taken out. See if that Mercy can get down there and revive him, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. With just 1 second on the map, if somebody can get on there, that Lucio, no, doesn't quite make it in time. And the Hanover Horde was unable to secure the payload against the Franklin Magic. So if the Franklin Magic secure the payload, they'll win this second map. They'll win this complete match at this point. So it's really critical. If the Hanover Horde want a shot at this thing, they really need to just stop them from getting the payload altogether, which is going to pretty much mean that they need to pin at the spawn, which is a tough go. It's a tough task to ask of somebody. But they could do it. Stranger things have happened. We saw a lot of really good team rallies when the Hanover Heroes came back from utter defeat a couple times. So let's see how this goes this time. So again, the Franklin Magic are going to be pushing out of the spawn point, and the Hanover Horde Silver team is going to be trying to defend them coming in. So let's see how this goes, see what we're going to set up, see if we're going to take a similar approach in defense. So yep, so we got a Reaper this time, we got our Bastion up top, but no shield on the Bastion. So that's something we probably want to be concerned about a little bit. Bastions are really good and powerful, but they're not super endurance in terms. All right, so there we go. They did manage to get a Reinhardt up there, so good move. Let's see how this defense holds up, as well as adding a Reaper to the mix to take on the Franklin Magic. So it looks like they're coming straight on. Looks like they're going to come to the right side, approaching from the right side of the tower here. So here you see our... So again, that Sigma's really good at launching those big boulders up there, but we got that Reinhardt shield. Now shield's down, so we got to be careful. Our Bastion is super vulnerable up there without that shield. But a good pin. The Reinhardt goes in and takes out the Sigma. So good move by the Reinhardt, but he's kind of caught back there. He's probably not going to last real long. But he's doing a good job. He got him behind him, taking on the Bastion in there, see if he can chase him down. So good job by Josiah chasing that Bastion away. Now it's time to retreat and set up our defenses again. So up here, we got our Sigma up here. So they're spamming fire at us. Again, got our Bastion up there, but looks like their Junkrat came in quickly and took out our... See if we can get our Mercy up here to revive him. Doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen. Not going to be able to get in there. They secure the point, and they secure the win. So quick victory for the Franklin Magic today. Really good job, Franklin Magic. Kudos over to those guys, their coaches and their staff over there. Here you see the Bastion. He was just a trouble spot the whole match for us. They did a really good job shielding him, putting him up top, providing him that protection, just raining fire. Here you see him with 1 elimination. 2 eliminations, taking out the Orisa, taking out our Bastion, taking out the 2 main tanks in the fight. Really made it tough on the Horde to try to come back from that. So It's a really good match. Let me see if they want to play one more. And if they do, we'll come back to one more match.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by Dad, alright. Push up with me, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills. You love being Battle Mercy. No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does? So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boot Steve!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need heals.
Nice. Go. Move in now. Push in. We don't have to
Good game.
All right, we are back. We are going to play one more map with the Franklin Magic. Just give us all some more practice. They did win. They get the victory today. But give all the boys more practice. Definitely want everybody to have as much practice and raise the elevation of the league in terms of skills and competition as much as we can. So we talked the boys up. They did a good job. This is a tough Franklin team. Franklin definitely fields good teams. And looks like we're getting ready to kick into this next map. We're going to be playing Hollywood. And I forgot to credit them with their points there. Let me credit the Magic with their second point and the victory on the day. So congratulations to the Magic. All right, so the boys were in there talking some strategy. So let's see how it pays off this time. So here you see the payload. This is what they need to get to. Here, come down from this direction. That's going to be their spawn point. All right, so let's see if we decide. A lot of times with these third matches, the kids switch up who they have and who they use. This is a pretty common high ground position to take. A lot of times people will put a bastion up here and double shield him. So we'll see. But a lot of people try to use this corner. This is a really good corner to hold a choke from as well. So we'll see how this plays out. The Hanover Horde is coming to set up their defensive position, and the Franklin Magic are coming down here to try to take the payloads. Let's see where we set up defensively. Looks like we got a Lucio sitting up top there, just getting in position. Looks like we may take the high ground there. Looks like we may set up the bastion and decide on taking that high ground. We'll see if we can get a shield up there with them. Alright, so here comes the attackers. Let's see if they come straight on or they decide to use the flanking maneuver by going through the building. Looks like they're going to come straight on, so let's see how these fires come down. So we've got our bastion raining down fire. They've got a similar makeup with the Sigma there. The Sigma's really strong against the Reinhardt shield, so quickly breaks the shield. Makes everybody super vulnerable. The Reinhardt and the Bastion are both taken out. So critical losses for the Hanover Horde there right away. That's one issue with that strategy is you're obviously an easy target. Everybody's going to focus their fires on you. And if you aren't able to defeat their onslaught with some good tank play by somebody else or some good DPS play, it's really easy to take that down. So good job by Lucio, booping the Bastion, or the Baptiste off the edge. But they did manage to get over here by the payload, and it looks like unless this Lucio can get down there and jump in there and stop them from taking it, they will take the first point. They'll take the payload and they will start moving the payload at this point. So let's see how the Horde sets up here. Looks like somebody's changed to a Winston. And then Winston's going to face immediate fires and get taken out quickly. He's all by himself out there. If he's making that kind of push, he really needs a DPS or another tank there to help him out. We got the Bastion set up there again, taken out quickly. We're playing individual games here, not playing good team games. So the team's got to fall back, get together, define a good defensive position to hold up, and try to stop the payload and try to clear and team wipe them. So let's see if they're able to do that. Let's see if we're able to communicate, get together. Again, we just got a onesie twosies coming in with the Baptiste and quickly take it out. Alright, so we got the Reinhardt working his way in here, but taken out pretty quickly. So they're going to work their way quickly to the second point here. So let's see if the Horde can set up a good defensive position over here. So we got a Reaper right out front again. He can't be out there unless he's got tank in there making some space and being disruptive. So these boys are all learning. It's a learning process. You face good teams. You face teams that are more on your level. This is definitely one of the good teams in the league. Putting up a really good fight against us. Really hard to match their teamwork here. All right, the payload continues to move. Reinhardt, Orisa taken out. So we'll see how this. We do have our Reaper right down there in the mix. But they just resuscitated or revived their Bastion, and their push continues towards the third and final point. So let's see if we can make a stand here. Unfortunately, again, Reinhardt out there all alone. He can take fires, but he needs a DPS in there being disruptive while he's taking the fire to help eliminate them. 1v6 will never win in this league. Alright, so it looks like they are going to push to the final point. Doesn't look like the Horde is going to be able to get back in time to cause overtime. And that will be a very quick push for the Franklin Magic. They managed to get all 3 points, so we'll flip sides here. The Hanover Horde will try to push the payload, try to capture the payload and push it and get all 3 points. So it's a big push, a quick push by the Franklin Magic. So let's work our way back to the start point. That's where they're going to get the payload from. And then here you see the spawn points. Let's see if we decide, if the Hanover Horde decides to switch up their makeup a little bit. Let's see who everybody picks this time. Alright, so it looks like somebody's running a Symmetra this time, so that's interesting. We'll see how that kind of plays out. Looks like there's a Sombra, a Reinhardt, a Baptiste, Roadhog, and a Ana on the Horde this time. So let's see how this plays out for the Horde. Like I said, I want to make sure the Horde boys don't get too down on themselves. This is a tough team in the Franklin Magic. Franklin always brings a good team to the fight. They're obviously well coached and very skilled players. They're taking a similar approach. Mercy up here with their Sigma up top, Baptiste. And then they've got a Junkrat down here. So it looks like the Horde might try to do a little bit of a flank coming down through this way. We got a Roadhog and Junkrat battle going on here. See if they're able to hook them. They aren't able to hook them. that Junkrat is just doing a really good job. Took out both our Roadhog and our Reinhardt, so that's going to make it tough. The Horde at this point just need to fall back to the spawn point and reassemble, because right now they're without tanks. So they are trying. Looks like they're trying to maybe work up some to transport with the Symmetra up behind them. But looks like they've moved the Bastion back to the checkpoint, which is actually the payload, and decided to set up their defense right there since we've managed to secure this room. So here comes our Rhine, here comes our Baptiste, and our Roadhog. So we got a good charge there, but unfortunately he moves right in there and just doesn't have the support or the DPS walking behind him. So clearly some things we got to work on in practice this week. Definitely something we introduced to the boys this past week is that your tanks are there to buy you space and time for your DPS to get in there and finish the fight. So basically tanks start the fight, DPS finish the fight. So in order to make that happen, you've got to have coordinated movements and you got to have the team moving and working together. A lot of that hasn't happened today. We got 2 minutes to take this payload, so there's still time. But it's a lot of 1v3, 1v4 battles that are taking place. Here you see our Roadhog in here. It was 1 versus 3. You're never going to win that fight unless you got an ultimate. So there goes a Junkrat tire right towards our spawn point. Does manage to take out Symmetra and Lucio, so it takes out 2 of our players. And they're going for the spawn pin and doing a pretty good job with it right now. So, but having that Symmetra transport point has helped us get out of the spawn, so that's a good, interesting tactic. Got a little bit of a fight going on here. Unfortunately, it's just a Lucio at the moment, but he can distract them, hopefully allow one of our stronger players to get in. And good job with the Symmetra putting her attack in. But she's quickly eliminated by the Sigma because, again, we didn't have a coordinated movement going in. So let's see where the rest of the Horde members are at. We had a charge by Reinhardt here. But again, working our way into this room, we're just getting crushed in this room in the close combat. So. Right, so we got some work to do on the Horde Silver team, but this is a really good, I want to reiterate to everybody, this is a very good Franklin Magic team. Let's watch our Junkrat, who's obviously a very good Junkrat. He's just done a really good job for the majority of this game, making it hard for us to really do much of anything. There's a couple eliminations there, so just good job by that Junkrat. He's definitely something that we have to be cognizant of next time we play them, that they got a very strong Junkrat player. Alright, so it doesn't look like we're going to take the payload, so it will look like Franklin Magic will win this map. This is just a scrimmage. Like I said, they've already won the match, so again, good job to the Franklin Magic. Let's see who the player of the game is. I think it might be that Junkrat, or their Bastion, we'll see. So yeah, it was their Bastion. So this was on their final push to the point. You know, 1 elimination against their Reinhardt, turned around, got the Winston right after, got the Sigma. So yeah, just really good job, good play by that Bastion, getting him on top of the payload and protecting him with the Mercy. So congratulations to the Franklin Magic. Good job to the Hanover Horde Silver team. We'll come back and get them next time. Appreciate everybody watching today. Take care, and we'll see you next week.